Okay, first we're going to measure floor to ceiling height in the foyer, in the entranceway. 238 centimeters in the foyer. 258 centimeters. 240 centimeters, 240. Now we're in the dining room. Let's check this corner. 240 centimeters, it's the same. Next we're going to check the living room. 240. 236.5. 236.5. Looks like 241. So this ceiling is a little bit higher than the tatami mat room. Huh, yeah, it looks a little taller too. Okay. Next, the ceiling in the downstairs lavatory. 236. And we'll check the ceilings in the washroom and the bathroom. 242. 212. Next, we're going to check the ceiling in the hallway upstairs on the second floor. 236. 236. Next, we're going to check the ceiling height in the upstairs tatami mat room. 233. 233. Okay, next we're going to check the ceiling height in the space next to the upper floor wash basin. Looks like 236. 236. The upper floor, Western style bedroom facing the street. Looks like a 232. 232. On the opposite side, facing the backyard. It's the same, 232. Okay, so first we're going to measure the floor to ceiling height in the garage at the far end. Sometimes there's a small slope to let water drain out. So it looks like it's 195 centimeters on the far end, 195. Okay, next we're going to check the entrance side. Let's do it this way here. Okay, it's 198 centimeters, 198. So I am assuming that there's a small slope, assuming that the ceiling is flat, then there's a small slope here at the ground level to let the water flow out, should there be any water ingress. Okay, so here at the entrance we have these beautiful momiji kind of flowering autumn tree. It's called momiji, I don't know what it is in English. Maybe it's a kind of maple. But anyway, it's a really beautiful tree. This here needs to be trimmed. This is actually a little painful if you touch it. It needs to be trimmed back so you can easily access the entrance. Okay, so here there is a stone stand for a Japanese style lamp. The lamp is over here. I don't know why it's moved. Maybe it fell in an earthquake, or maybe it got in the way when they're moving all the stuff out. Next, this is a water drainage access pipe And there are two more, one here and one here. And there's another one over near the front. This also is a shimozui, maybe gisui, but it also might be the line for like gray water waste from the wash machine and the bathtub. I have no idea what this one is, and it looks like it's older than the building. Here's another drainage pipe system and some kind of exposed pipe. I don't know what that is. For things I don't know, we'll have to check with the seller's agent. Here's the water meter, if I understand this correctly. And there is a separate hot water heater here. And there's the the gas meter. And this is for the kitchen. And if we go back to the other side of the house, there's another hot water heater here, but no meter. So what this tells me is this one is specifically for the bathtub, and it's running off the other line, but it does have its own power source here. This is a new install. Looks like it's been installed rather recently. This is the electric power meter box. Here's a small opening here in the wall that's ready for installation of the air conditioner. The backyard needs a lot of work. It needs to be trimmed, cleaned up. You can see there's a lot of shrubbery. You can get in here. There's a nice little lamp here in the backyard that, if it was all nice and tidy, it actually might look nice. Now your neighbor has his shed here, so there's a little bit of privacy from this side of the neighbor. Let's kind of take a look down here. A little bit of a jungle here. This is the neighbor behind the house. So this is a nice little sun deck here. Nice old Japanese style stone. Operates the path. Some more stones are over here. Little flower garden in this space, more stone. Nice little Japanese style stone lantern. And for what reason, I don't know, but if you step back here, so this is a bunch of shrubbery that's kind of overgrown, and behind it is a kind of bamboo fence next to this tree here. I don't know if we can get a good view. Yeah, so this little corner is to provide some privacy for whatever reason. Doesn't really make sense to me, because if you look over here, it's not fully private all the way, right? It's just over to an extent. Oh, I see. Ah. Oh wow, there's a little water fountain. Okay. So there's a little, oh, I can see it now. There's the source of water over there. Comes out of the bamboo, fills up here in this stone. And actually this whole area is supposed to be, see the black rocks? This whole area is supposed to be like a little Japanese pond. Oh, okay. That makes sense. And here's your neighbor again. Here's another little lantern, and it's plugged in. You see the wire runs through, and somehow it ends up over here. Now for hanging out the laundry, You can do that on the second floor. You can see the thing that's sticking out here. So that's to hang a pole to run the laundry over there. But also because this has a nice plastic kind of tinted roof, you can also maybe hang laundry here as well if you wanted to. Fountain for watering the backyard or cleaning whatever. Electric outlet here. As far as drainage for the backyard, there is no drainage. If water accumulated here, it would just accumulate and likely just flow out through the side of the house. There's no set drainage system in place for any of the houses in this neighborhood. So I didn't quite really understand why we're talking about flooding the backyard. That doesn't really quite make sense. I mean, the water would have to rise. It'd have to rise over this amount and then flow over to the side if there was that much rain or such a severe typhoon. Okay. Okay, we're going to close up the garage. So I turn off the electricity here. There's a water fountain down here, so I just want to wash the car. There is a lock here, but I don't have the keys. I'm assuming it's with the seller's agent. Okay. Okay, so just a little bit of commentary. These are storage spaces in the kitchen floor. So you pull these up, and this is where you can store rice, or if you want to make kimchi or something like that, anything that needs to be dry and cool, this is where you store it. Those plastic ports can also be pulled out, and that gives you access to the structure, or the foundation below the house. This is the remote control for gas, to control the temperature of the gas. And this is the intercom that connects to the front door. This is the gas line, so that allows you to connect a very specific type of fan heater. In Japan we call them fan heaters. So you plug it in here and it heats the room, burning this gas, the natural gas. So this works really, really nice in wintertime, and I wish I had it in my own apartment. And then of course you just plug it in to the outlet here, so the fan motor will blow the warm air throughout the house. It's much nicer than an AC unit. Now for this room, I don't see where the AC unit would be installed, but because we're on the first floor, it can be either on this wall or this wall. It could be on this wall, but it'd be more efficient to put it on this wall, because then you can run the compressor outside here. Okay, now the living room. That was the dining room. So here we can see there's an outlet for the AC unit, so it would go here. I did see an outlet for this room. That's right, there isn't one. So you would have to have if you wanted to install an AC unit in the dining room, you're going to have to hire an electrician to come in and put in some wiring. I don't see any of the dedicated type outlets that you would need for an AC unit in the dining room. Okay, back to the living room. So that's what this is for. And you can see it has a different type of outlet compared to the normal type like these. And the tatami mat room, this is very nice, very sweet. So here you can see where this room didn't originally have access for an AC unit. So the electrician came in and they put in the space here for the piping, and they installed a special outlet just for being able to provide AC in this room. Okay. There's some hooks here and here that can be moved. So this is for hanging scrolls of calligraphy with your favorite poet or haiku in this space. And you could also put a nice ikebana display here. Very nice design, very nice style. This is the, I guess you call it a sunroom in English. There's one outlet over here, but there's no AC for this space. It's not really necessary. The nice thing about this kind of space is you can also use it to dry laundry in the event of, like during the rainy season or something like that. Okay, let's head over to the lavatory. Okay, this lavatory, this is brand new. It's newly installed. It's got the nice new remote control for the bidet and heated toilet seat. You see the electric outlet there, it's grounded with the water accessories. And then here in the washroom. So this would be the drain pipe for the washing machine and the connector for the water line to the washing machine, only cold water. Standard outlet with ground. We have 40 amps, that's more than sufficient for a house. If you were running 3 AC units at the same time, it might not have enough capacity. But I don't know why you would have 3 or 4 AC units running at the same time. Now this bathroom is totally brand new. This has been newly installed. This is the remote control for setting how much water to fill up, the temperature of the water, and the timing of the water. And what this does is it will pull water in and recirculate it, and to keep this water warm, so that, you know, like when the kids and mom come home from school or whatever, they can take their bath first. Of course, you wash your body on this side, and the bath is just for soaking. And then late at night, when Dad finally gets home from work, he can use this water here. You don't have to give him a new fresh bathtub, you just use the same water. And to keep the water warm, you put these covers here, like this. Yeah, and that helps keep the water warm, especially during winter time, so you're not, you know, you're wasting too much energy reheating it all the time. Let's head upstairs. Oh, there is an access here. So you can access the water lines that run upstairs through here. Now you talk about replacing this material. These are nailed in, so if you wanted to replace them, I think it would be cheaper and more economical for this type of ceiling is just have your contractor, your vendor, put fresh wallpaper over it. Or maybe they'll coat it with some kind of film and then put the wallpaper on that. In the kitchen, I actually did a little bit of painting instead. So you see here in the kitchen where they kind of painted over it a little bit. So it used to be a little bit gray, now it's a lot whiter. You can see where they painted it here as well. But in the ceiling of, like in the dining room, you have the same material that's used on the walls as what you see on the ceiling. It's the same material. And same thing in this room also. So the living room has the same material on the ceiling as it does on the walls. In the dining room, of course, you've got the nice wooden type ceiling material. And I think it's the same here. Yes, wooden type ceiling material. Let's go upstairs. The staircase is very solid. There's no soft spots anywhere. It doesn't creak. The floor is also very stable. Nice hardwood floor, not the fake linoleum. This also looks new. Oh, in fact, it is new. Yes. Now this room doesn't have anything where you can put an AC unit, or at least doesn't have the outlet. So for this one, you would likely want to have the contractor put in the outlet here and the space for running a pipe for getting rid of the moisture that gets gathered up by the indoor unit, and just run it outside down here and have the outdoor compressor unit down there on the ground. Of course, this ceiling material, no, it's nailed in directly. Those are nails, so you can replace it, or I would just have the contractor paint over it or put a wallpaper type material on the ceiling. Now this room, it does have the outlet for the AC unit. So it would probably go here or here, most likely on this side. There's going to be a pipe or a space somewhere for the piping that's required. Now this room has a little bit of a nice touch. Here you have this kind of, I don't know what you call it. There's some flowers here, but most typically, most people would put their futons, hang it over here so get it freshed out, or aired out. And of course, the ceiling here is the kind of wood material, which is equivalent to what's inside this room as well. You see here, this room does have the AC outlet and the AC exhaust port. And here we have the balcony. So you would run your laundry poles, 1, 2, 3 poles, stretch them all the way over to this side, and then hang the laundry right here in this space. So the yard needs some work. It's a bit overgrown. Just kind of gives an idea as to what your neighbors are doing. I wish I could zoom in. Just kind of peek over the neighbors. Okay. Now I did notice a little bit of what looks like water damage here and here and here. Don't know why it would be here. If it's coming from a leaky roof, you would think it's coming from this side over here, the upper portion. However, the interior here is fully dry and there's no water damage whatsoever. It's very good shape. Yeah, it looks fine. Let's check the other rooms as well. Yeah, no damage here, no water damage. And same thing here. No water damage whatsoever. And we'll do the same thing for the other room. Oops. Nope, no water damage. Looks good. I did notice some, looks like staining here. I don't know what this is. There's spots. I don't know if it's a little bit, maybe mold has a little small amount of mold infestation. I don't know. I really can't tell. Same thing on this side here. And the ceiling is just fine. There's no issue here. Yeah, it looks fine. So the house is basically clean. You could actually move into it and start using it right away, but a little bit of ADHD, is that right? I would want somebody to come in, or at least before I actually slept, to do a complete wipe down, get rid of all the dust on the floor, vacuum these tatamis. These tatamis are new. They have a really nice aroma, so that's really good. Yeah, looks good. Okay. Regarding the roofing material, I can't tell. The ceiling looks like it's been repainted with some kind of a coating. If you look at all the houses in the neighborhood, they all appear to be the same material. Now, I don't know if these are actual clay. They might be a lighter substance that looks like clay, just to keep the weight down and lower costs. But yeah, the roof looks fine. I don't know what the actual material is. If we check over here, oh wow, it sounds like, yeah, it sounds like real clay tiles. Okay, yeah, it definitely sounds, it's not plastic. That might be a plastic material. Yeah, and the exterior has been repainted. All this trim has been painted. This is all new. Looks good. This is all new here too as well. These have been repainted as well. Condition. And you can see there's no damage for this whole stretch. The exterior has been taken care of quite well. Now all of the windows, the sliding doors, and the normal, openings type doors, and these glass doors and glass windows and the shutters, everything works just fine. Always worked just fine. The only thing I could find was here. So this trim is a little bit coming loose. That just needs to be fixed, maybe with some glue should suffice. And I think that's just to help keep the draft out from the kitchen. It doesn't look like the original type material. This door, I'm guessing this door is new as well. So it actually pops open like that and stays open. These look new. And what's very interesting is I have no idea what this is. I took a picture of it earlier. What the hell is this? There's some kind of, looks like garbage can fly down from inside and dump into this garbage bin, but there's nothing here for garbage to flow out. So maybe this kitchen is new. It's totally brand new. It's never been used once, newly installed. There may have been something here to where the housewife could have thrown out the namagomi, like a kitchen scraps, and it would go into here, and then she would be able to throw such garbage out using this wastebasket instead of having it sit in the kitchen and getting kind of smelly during summertime. Oh Lord, let's see, what else? So as far as exhaust fans for wet spaces, you have what's here. Of course, this is in the bathroom, and this room doesn't have anything like that, but it's not really necessary. You have it's not really necessary because you have a window here. Maybe that's why there's no ceiling fan. Now there is one for the bathroom, I believe. Oh no, there isn't. Okay, just the window. So no ceiling fan in this lavatory downstairs. And no ceiling fan for the lavatory upstairs either, but we do have a window here. Okay, so I just popped my head up into here, and okay, there we go. There is insulation behind this material, so you really can't access the ceiling from there. I don't know where that would happen. Not here. Nope. Yeah, we do the same thing here. Yeah, see, this has got the insulation. Insulation material here. Yeah, these can be all accessed from this side, but you've got the insulation material there, so there is no obvious crawl space, so to speak, to access the structure, the roof structure. The only damage I could actually find is there's something here. I don't know if something hot was placed on this, or it's stained from water or oil, I don't know, or something was, it looks like something was hot was placed on this space here. I don't know what that damage is. And while doing all the photos, the flooring is fine, it's in really good condition. It looks actually it looks brand new, so I'm assuming it is. I don't have the info sheet with me today, so I'm just making commentary based on what I can actually see. Now let's take a look at the wall downstairs you mentioned in the list. So this is concrete that's been painted over. So you see you got the slabs of concrete. It's not cinder block. Again, this is concrete as well. And this is concrete. It's buttressed right up against the neighbor's space here. However, this wall is block, some kind of concrete block. And those can be easily changed if you didn't like it. This needs to be trimmed. Yeah, so in regards to the other houses, actually, you have a little space here where you could like maybe put some bicycles. This is your space, but to access it, you have to kind of walk into your neighbor's space. So that's not really ideal. As far as the other houses go, everybody's house looks really nice. Only this is probably the shabbiest looking one because it's just nobody's been here to do any yard work. There's some nice roses here, some other roses in blossom. But the paint job is nice. New coat of paint. This has also been painted. And the roof, everything looks really nice. And as far as lighting goes, there was, you'll notice it in the photos they took, there's a light here for the garage. There's no light here, or here, but there is a light here. So the stairs won't be in total darkness when you come home at night. There's no lighting around this side. And of course, there's this light here. Oops, this light here. And there's no lighting on this side of the house as well. And as far as the backyard goes, The only lighting that I can see is that one over here that I mentioned earlier. One there. And, oh yeah, and this one here. Like that. Okay, I think that answers all the questions that we had on the list. Okay, well this is only supposed to take 2 hours and I've been here since what, 1 o'clock? 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. Well, thank goodness it's Golden Week because everyone else is on vacation and I was able to take my time to do this virtual viewing. So count our lucky stars. So apparently there's some festival today that I was not aware at near the next larger station to the one that's near the house. This here is the primary shopping mall with a supermarket and other things to enjoy. Ujima is an electronics store. ABC Mart is a shoe store. The one from the bottom is a children's store. Kynes, that's a home goods and drug store. Hushos, I don't know what that one is. Music store. And of course that one is the primary supermarket and shopping mall. So Kozu no Mori station is going to be the one you'd be using on your, a daily basis as far as primarily for primary shopping and some small entertainment, I guess. What does this place have to offer? So at least you have a McDonald's. I don't think they have a Starbucks though. Local activities for this neighborhood. Okay, this is the festival that we're seeing right now. Advertised here. Okay. Alright, not really a whole lot to see here. Let's see what else is around the station. And this side of the station again, it's just mostly housing units. Here, there's a university here. And looks like another part of the campus as well as here. But on that side of the station, so over there, mostly high-rise condos for this area. Okay, that's it for today. Heading back to Yokohama.